Praxis 5713 English Language Learners Strategies Preparation Quiz. Question 1. A student is writing a compare and contrast essay on two novels. Which of the following topic sentences for a body paragraph would be most effective, as it clearly indicates that the paragraph will focus on a point of comparison and previews the specific aspect to be discussed? Is it? Option A. Both novels have characters and plots. B. Now I will talk about the themes. C. While both novels explore the theme of loss, author A approaches it through the lens of personal grief, whereas author B examines it as a societal phenomenon. Or D. The first novel is different from the second novel in many ways. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question assesses the ability to write effective topic sentences that provide clear structure and direction for a paragraph. A strong topic sentence in a compare and contrast essay should do more than just announce the topic. It should state the specific point of comparison or contrast, and give a preview of how the two subjects will be discussed in relation to that point. Option C does this perfectly. It identifies the shared theme, loss, and then clearly states the different angles each author takes, personal grief versus societal phenomenon. This signals to the reader exactly what the paragraph will be about, and how the comparison will be structured. Options A, B, and D are all weak, generic topic sentences that provide no specific focus or preview. They do little to guide the reader or organize the paragraph's content. Remember, we can take your Praxis 5723 exam for you, remotely and undetected, with pass score guaranteed. Message us via the number in the bio. Question 2. A student is writing an essay and includes the following sentence. The data suggests that the new policy has been effective. The teacher notes that the subject-verb agreement is incorrect. Which of the following is the correct way to revise this sentence? Is it? Option A. The data suggests that the new policy has been effective. B. The data is suggesting that the new policy has been effective. C. The data have been suggesting that the new policy has been effective. Or D. The data does suggest that the new policy has been effective. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. This question tests knowledge of subject-verb agreement with the word data. In modern academic and professional usage, data is most commonly treated as a plural noun, the plural of datum. Therefore, it requires a plural verb. Suggest is the plural form of the verb. Option A correctly changes the singular verb suggests to the plural suggest. Options B, C, and D all use singular verb forms, is, has, does, or maintain a singular verb in a more complex construction, and are therefore incorrect in standard usage. Question 3. A student is writing an essay and uses the phrase due to the fact that multiple times. The teacher suggests that the student replace this phrase with a more concise alternative. Which of the following words or phrases would be the most concise and effective replacement for due to the fact that in most academic contexts? Is it? Option A, because. B, owing to the circumstance that. C, on account of the situation where. Or D, for the reason that. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. This question assesses the ability to recognize and eliminate wordiness, a key component of concise writing. The phrase due to the fact that is a classic example of a wordy, roundabout expression that can almost always be replaced by a single, more direct word. Because is the most concise and direct replacement, conveying the same meaning of causality in a single, clear word. Options B, C, and D are all just as wordy and convoluted as the original phrase. They do not solve the problem of conciseness. Option A is the clear choice for improving the sentence's efficiency and directness. Question 4. A student has written the following thesis statement for a persuasive essay. I think that social media is bad for teenagers. Which of the following revised thesis statements is the most effective, specific, and arguable? Is it? Option A. Social media is bad. B. In my opinion, social media has many negative effects on teenagers. C. The excessive use of social media platforms among teenagers is linked to increased rates of anxiety, depression, and sleep disruption, and schools should implement digital wellness programs to address this public health concern. Or D. Social media can be both good and bad for teenagers. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question tests understanding of the key components of an effective thesis statement for a persuasive essay. An effective thesis should be specific, arguable, not a statement of fact, and provide a clear roadmap for the essay. Option C is excellent. It identifies a specific subject. Excessive use of social media platforms among teenagers makes a specific, arguable claim. It is linked to increased rates of anxiety, depression, and sleep disruption, and even hints at a proposed solution. Schools should implement digital wellness programs. This gives the essay a clear focus and purpose. Option A is too vague and simplistic. Option B is a weak thesis. It's essentially the same as the original, just rephrased, and uses the weak qualifier in my opinion. Option D is a balanced statement that acknowledges both sides, which is not an effective persuasive thesis because it doesn't take a clear, arguable stance. Option C is the only one that provides a focused, debatable, and substantive claim. Question 5. A 7th grade student, Maria, has written a research paper about the history of the Olympic Games. In her conclusion paragraph, she writes, "In conclusion, the Olympic Games have changed a lot over time. They started in ancient Greece and were only for men. Now, they are a huge international event with athletes from all over the world. The Olympics are a symbol of peace and unity. So, that's why the Olympics are important." Her teacher, Mr. Thompson, wants to help Maria write a more effective conclusion that synthesizes her ideas and leaves the reader with a lasting impression, rather than simply summarizing and ending abruptly. Which of the following prompts would be most effective in guiding Maria to revise her conclusion? Is it? Option A. Maria, you need to restate your thesis statement in the conclusion. Go back to your introduction and copy your thesis here, but use different words. B. Maria, your conclusion is a good summary, but it ends too abruptly. A strong conclusion should also look forward or leave the reader with something to think about. Can you add a final sentence that connects the history of the Olympics to their meaning for athletes today, or maybe a thought about their future? C. Maria, you have a grammar error. They started in ancient Greece should be it started in ancient Greece, because Olympic Games is a singular entity. Fix that, and your conclusion will be much stronger. Or D. Maria, your conclusion is fine. It summarizes your main points, which is the purpose of a conclusion. You don't need to change anything. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is B. This question assesses knowledge of the specific characteristics of an effective conclusion paragraph. A strong conclusion does more than just summarize. It synthesizes the main ideas, reflects on their significance, and provides a sense of closure while often leaving the reader with a final thought to ponder. Maria's conclusion is purely summative and ends with a weak, colloquial statement, so that's why. Option B correctly identifies the issue, the abrupt ending, and provides a generative prompt that guides Maria toward a more sophisticated conclusion by asking her to think about broader implications or connections. This scaffolds her revision process without doing the work for her. Option A gives a formulaic instruction that might produce a technically correct but still weak conclusion. Simply restating the thesis is not enough. Synthesis and a lasting impression are key. Option C incorrectly identifies a grammatical error. The Olympic Games is typically treated as a plural noun in American English, e.g., the Games are held every 4 years, so they is correct. Even if it were an error, fixing it would not address the structural weakness of the conclusion. Option D is incorrect because it fails to recognize an opportunity for growth and sets a low standard for what constitutes effective writing. This question highlights the importance of teaching the nuanced purposes of different parts of an essay. How many did you score out of 5? Let us know in the comments below. Also, tell us which exam we should cover next. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more.